The Canna DNA 30 box mod from Cloudpour. Let's have a look. Alright guys, so today we're going to be looking at the Canna DNA 30 box mod from Cloudpour. Interesting little device. This device brought to you today by Redux Vapors. Redux Vapors and reduxvapors.com. So this is a possible device that Jason down at Redux Vapors could possibly offer here in the near future. Just kind of in the testing phases because he doesn't want to sell you guys crap, and I don't want to receive crap either. So, but yeah, let's head on down to the Grim Green ripoff Uppy Closey, and we'll have a look. I'll show you guys how to set it up, a couple of features involved with this device, a couple of cons, couple of pros. So yeah, let's have a look. Alright guys, let's get into this. So here's our DNA 30 box mod. So you can see this particular one is quite shiny. It's got this, I don't know if it's the feel of the stainless steel they used, but you can just feel some grooves in it. It feels really nice on the hand. I don't know if you can hear that, probably not. You can see our OLED screen, our charge port, micro USB. On the bottom we have one vent hole. On the top side we've got our 510 connection with a recessed kind of seat for your 22 millimeter mechanical, or sorry, 22 millimeter RDAs and RBAs. You can see on top we have our three buttons: power up, power down. Maybe it's backwards, it's power up, power down, depending. I'll show you why soon. And then we have our fire button. All these buttons are nice and clicky, and they're the like ball bearing style buttons. Really nice on that. So right now I do not have a battery on it. You can see on the back sides, we have two screws for our access cover. You can see the access cover sits very flush with the whole box, which I do enjoy. Holding this mod, you can't feel any of the seams, and it's really nice. I can kind of feel this seam right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It just comes up just a tiny bit. But yeah, so let's get into this. Undo our two back plate screws. One. Two. Back cover comes off. You can see the underside of the back cover. We've got some kind of serial number etched into there. Not too sure, DRSR or DSSR. Not too sure if that's even a serial number. You can see the machining marks on this are just, I don't know if they're phenomenal, but you can definitely tell it was CNC machined or some kind of small machining lathe type of device was used on this. Most likely a CNC machine for mass production. So we have our back cover. Screws just came out of that. And then we have inside of our DNA 30 box mod. So you can see the clear plastic with all our wiring and our, what I assume is a knockoff of the DNA 30 chip in there, along with the screen and everything. If you've ever seen these available online, they sell the board, the screen, the board with the charge cable on it, and everything comes in one little bundle for that. You can see inside the battery tray here that we do have a negative and a positive mark. This is really important that the battery goes in correct. Positive side towards the 510 connection. Really important. This device does not have battery protection on it whatsoever. So if you put your battery in backwards, you're going to fry the chip. Game over. You just wasted money. So we'll go ahead and throw our battery in here. We can already see that I already have it backwards. I've got the positive side pointing the wrong way. So always when I'm loading this battery into this device, I always double check that the positive is going in the right direction. Always. I do not want to fry this device. Alright, so there we have it. We've got our battery in. We can see our nice what are we going to call these, security seals or authenticity seals. This one kind of got chewed up a little bit. It was a little bit loose, and I just touched it with my finger, and the holograph actually came off the bottom of the sticker. So we'll go ahead and put our back cover back on, and we can see on the back cover that there are two different size slots in the back, or recessed openings. We want to make sure that the battery goes underneath of the bigger opening, because the cover only fits one way. So you can see, like, I'll put the small recess over the battery, and it's not gonna fit on there whatsoever. So we'll just flip that around, get her on there, grab our screws. I've not had any issues with cross-threading these screws. They've gone in every time really nice. I always back the screw off in the wrong direction and wait until I hear a little snap, and that just lets you know that it's fallen into the first thread. So we can see that we have our devices on and set to 9 watts. I usually have mine set, I like it comfortably at 15 watts, but you can see power up, power down, fire button, check atomizer, of course, because we don't have an atomizer on there. So a couple of the features with this device, you can see, I don't know if you guys can see that on the screen, but it has ohms and volts. So the chip is going to decide, depending on the ohms of the device or the resistance of the device that you stick on there and the wattage that you decide to use, the chip is going to decide what voltage to use with the wattage and the resistance that you decide to stick on this device. It does have the battery meter, which will tell you if your battery's dying. One thing, this device eats batteries. The life of my battery will usually last me, chain vaping on this, 45 minutes if I'm lucky. So we'll just go over a couple of the other features on this device. If you hold these two buttons down, I do believe it's for 7 seconds. Okay, there we go. So your power mode is now locked. You cannot go up and down with the power. It's going to tell you power locked, hold up, down. So we go ahead, hold up down, and it's off. We can now select up and down for our wattage. Now that is the only holding the buttons feature that works while this device is unlocked. To get to the other features, what you want to do is you want to lock the device by clicking the fire button 5 times. Device is now locked. So if you hold the two up and down power buttons, it's just going to activate the same power lock mode. But if you hold the power down and the fire button at the same time, we get normal mode, and then we get stealth mode. So stealth mode, the screen is going to shut off when you're using the device. So we can see, click 5 times to unlock. It says check atomizer, check atomizer. So I'll just go ahead and quickly throw on a 510 atomizer. This is a 3 ohm build on this Addi Tobe clone. So you can see the device is firing, but nothing's happening on the screen. That's going to be your stealth mode. So we'll just go ahead and lock the device again by clicking 5 times. Device is locked. We're going to hold the power down and the fire button at the same time, and we're going to turn off stealth mode. So it says it's in stealth mode right now. It's going to switch over to normal mode, and there we have it. Unlock it 5 clicks, and it's going to fire, show you all your details on your screen. Lock the device again. Hold the power up button and the fire button at the same time. It's going to say left mode, so that's in left mode as of now, and then it's going to switch over to right mode. So it's just completely flipped the screen over, so you've got your lefty and your righty hand modes. So I've chosen to have mine on the left hand side, so I'm going to hold the power up and the fire button at the same time while the device is locked. It's in right mode right now. Switch it over to left. There we go. And that is just about it for the features. Unlock the device. She's ready to go, ready to fire for you. Now, pros and cons on this device. This variable voltage, variable wattage device, compared to a mechanical mod, I'm going to say that a mechanical mod, I would almost prefer a mechanical mod if I was going for cloud chasing or something that's going to hit really hard. This is really good for conserving battery life and just overall, if you just want to be careful with your builds or battery or what have you. So cons to this device, you know, I don't really have any cons for this device. I mean, I love the buttons. I love the way the screen works. The only thing that I really do not like is when you plug in the charging cable for this. Underneath of this panel is an LED, and when you plug it in to charge it with a micro USB, the micro USB that I use is from my iTaste MVP. It's kind of got this brick on it, so when you plug it in to charge it, that little red LED underneath this panel, the only place that the light comes out of this device to let you know that it's charging or has been charged, is just the indirect light that's coming out from this hole. And that is pretty much the only thing I don't like about this device is the charging. And now we can see that the device has gone into power shutdown mode. Now I've seen other reviews on this, and people are saying that you have to click the fire button once to turn it on and then click it again to fire. Now I'm not getting that sometimes. Now that it's in auto shutdown mode, I can just hit the button and it fires. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, I know. Well, even in long-term modes, if I just come back to this device and I hit the button while it's in auto shutdown mode, it fires. So I mean, maybe they fixed that in this version. I'm not too sure. But yeah, guys, if you are in the Calgary area and you want to get one of these, I think Redux Vapors is going to start carrying these. So yeah, head over to their website and see if it's available. And yeah, this whole review today is brought to you by Redux Vapors and ReduxVapors.com. They just opened their new retail location. They've been open, this would be week number 4 for them. So yeah, head on down to Redux Vapes and get your vaping gear and everything else, and maybe you can inquire on one of these if Jason decides to carry them. So how does it perform? Okay, so I've got some juice loaded up here in my Tobe Addy. Really love the Tobe Addy with the removable top cap. That is using your noggin on building an RDA. Juice I'm using in this is my new one. This is Rip Trippers juice. Focus. Man, I gotta figure out the focus on this. That's gay. Okay, anyways, well, that's Rip Trippers juice. So how does this thing perform? So I like to have, the build that I have on there is the 0.3 build. I like to have it at 15 watts, which gives me 2.1 volts, according to how much battery life I have left. So let's get a vape in and see how she performs. Yeah, that's pretty good. At 15 watts, it's not too hot or too cool. It's not burning the liquid or the wick if it's loaded up enough with juice. I'll just shoot her all the way up to 30 watts just to show you guys what that is all about. 30 watts. Okay, that is only firing the battery at 3 volts right now because my battery is pretty dead. 3 volts. So I'll probably only get a couple more puffs out of this before I have to charge it. So yeah, it really, depending on the build you have on there, it really likes to push out the push out the juice to the coils. Does this thing hit as hard as a mechanical mod? No, it does not. I think that's based on the voltage regulation that's going on in there. Obviously, with a mechanical mod, you're getting all out at the top of your battery. With this, it's going to limit your voltage down to I don't know, a power saving kind of thing. You know, variable voltage, variable wattage devices do that. So would this be an everyday device for me at work and such like that? It could possibly be, but right now at the moment it stays at home, and still the king of my work vape is still the iTaste MVP. Now this one, compared to the MVP, the iTaste MVP, for cost, is right around the same amount. A little bit more for this because it's in demand right now, but as demand goes down, the price will go down also. When I first got this, first thoughts were I was friggin' stoked on this. I was looking for one of these, and Jason just happened to have one and was a nice enough guy to loan me this. So if you guys want to see this product available at Redux Vapors, let me know down in the comments if you're a frequent traveler to Redux Vapors and you'd like to see a product like this placed on the shelves. Let me know down in the comments, and that way Jason can read those comments and go, yeah, let's put it on the shelves. Now, the only problems I've had with this device, I've had 3 problems, 2 of the same thing, and one was my fault. I had the too hot warning come on the screen. That was totally my fault. I stuck a build on there that was below 0.3 ohms of resistance. You know, not right away, but within the first couple seconds of holding the button down. Too hot. That the bottom of that RDA got pretty hot with the build that I had on there, but so it does have, you know, its safe kill switch. It's going to shut off, but it did come back right away. So that was my fault. I was experimenting with this device. I was trying different things out. The other thing, which was really weird, I've had it happen to me twice in 1 week. The solution for the problem that I had was removing the back plate and pulling the battery, which causes the device to reset. If this device had a reset button, even like that vent hole, if there was a pin you could shove in there to hit a reset button, that would be so great, because you got to stop, you got to pull the back plate, pull the battery, put the battery back in, and put the 2 screws back into the back plate. It's a pain in my ass. What happened, I don't know. I can't replicate it. What has happened is something similar to stealth mode, where when the screen comes on, the only thing that is on the screen is the battery. The battery indicator is the only thing left on the screen. I can lock it, and the battery icon will still be there, but it will not say click 5 times to unlock, and that's what it does in stealth mode. In stealth mode, it will pop up, click 5 times to unlock. I don't know what happened with it. All I know is that it was a son of a bitch to reset this. Pulling the screws, pulling the back plate happened twice to me in 1 week. So from Sunday, and today is now Friday. Within 5.5 days, it's happened twice. That's the only thing I've had happen or go wrong with this device, and nothing major, just a pain in the dick to pull this back cover off, pull the battery, and reset everything up. So yeah, hey guys, this review has been brought to you by Redux Vapors. Jason Holloway down at Redux Vapors made this possible for me to bring you guys this review. Focus. There we go. Cool. So yeah, if you guys are interested in getting some vaping gear and having somebody help you out, answer all your questions, give you all the information you need on vaping information, head on down to Redux Vapors, see Jason. He'll let you know what's up. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend, rest of your week, day, month, whatever it may be, and keep on vaping.